Hello, my dear friends and students. As we have discussed about the damping vibration, which is there in your mechanical vibration curriculum of Rajasthan Technical University in 6th semester BTech third year mechanical engineering. Okay, so in the last session, we have discussed about the overdamped, critically damped, and underdamped criteria, how we can categorize these three types of vibration. So if your zeta is greater than 1, so now what is zeta? Zeta is nothing but your damping factor, and the formula for this we have calculated in the last session. You can go through that video, that zeta is equals to c divided by 2 under root sm. So in this way you can calculate this particular value of damping factor or damping ratio. Okay, and this zeta will give you that if your zeta is greater than 1, then that kind of vibration is overdamped vibration. If it is equal to 1, then that is called as critically damped, and if it is less than 1, means you are not able to cope up or just damped all the vibrations of that vibrating system, that is called as underdamped vibration. So let's see how you can categorize these three types of vibration. So for the overdamped vibration, if zeta is greater than 1, means your x by t, means your deflection versus time diagram will look like this. It will become a kind of asymptote or just negligible, just going to touch it. Okay, while in your if no cycle formation, then there is no vibration, means here it is no cycle formation. If some vibrations, if some cycles are going to be formed, like in your this system, which is your underdamped system, if such kind of vibrations are going to form, then that is called as underdamped system, and that there are some vibration in the system. If your zeta is equals to 1, that is critically damped, means its response is more than the overdamped system, but it is just equal or sufficient, or you can say optimized response to that particular vibration system, where alpha 1 is equals to alpha 2 is equals to alpha n, that is equals to minus omega n. Then your solution for your vibration equation, which we have seen in the previous session, which is equals to what? X double dot plus 2 zeta omega n into x dot plus omega n square, x is equals to 0. So for that system, if that is critically damped, then the solution will become as x is equals to a plus bt into e to the power minus omega n t. While these are two examples, your AK-47 gun was underdamped, so there was some vibration in the finger of the soldiers, so that's why there was some kind of error, or I will say there was some kind of hurdle. So they optimized it and converted AK-47 into AK-56, which is critically damped machine. Okay, and there was no kind of vibration. Okay, so this is the graph, or you can say relationship between x displacement and time. Now overdamped vibration reach to 0 takes more time than critically damped, so you can just relate it, these two things, like zeta, if your zeta is greater than 1, means overdamped, and if your zeta is equals to 1, then this is your graph. Red curve graph is for zeta is equals to 1, so this is more optimized one. Okay, so that's why critically damped system response is more than overdamped system, so it is preferred in guns, or it is preferred in all kind of systems. Now the last one, which is called as underdamped system, in which zeta is less than 1 and there are some kind of vibration in the picture. Still there are some kind of vibration you will see. So if zeta is greater than 1, means zeta is not equals to, your alpha is not equals to omega n minus omega n, means alpha 1 and alpha 2 are different. Then if it is different, then it can be alpha 1 and alpha 2 are written as minus zeta omega n plus minus I under root 1 minus zeta square into omega n, where 1 minus zeta square, it will be called as omega d, or velocity in damped vibration, angular velocity. Okay, that is omega d. Omega n is natural damped angular velocity. Okay, and omega d will be constant and less than omega n always. Okay, then your alpha 1 and alpha 2 will be equals to minus zeta omega n plus minus I omega d. Okay, because this whole term under root 1 minus zeta square into omega, keep this thing in mind. Many times we just write omega d as under root 1 minus zeta square. No, this is under root 1 minus zeta square whole bracket close, then multiply it with omega n, then you will get the value of omega d. So during the numerical, do not do this mistake. Okay, now the solution of this equation, if you will keep these roots alpha 1 and alpha 2 like here, then you will get it like x is equals to capital X e to the power minus zeta omega nt sine omega dt plus phi, where there is a amplitude, okay, and there are some sine waves, so definitely there will be vibration in the system. Means in this particular Fourier transformation or in this vibration equation, you can see that there are some simple harmonic motion or oscillation, so there will be some vibration in the system with the frequency of omega d, which is called as omega d is equals to under root 1 minus zeta square into omega n, and always damped vibration frequency is always less than the natural vibration frequency. So you can also calculate the time period, which is equals to 2 pi by omega d, nd, which is number of oscillations in the damped vibration, which is equals to 1 by td. It is hertz. So in this way you can calculate all the numerical. Most of the time they used to give you the simple numerical. They will give you the value of spring stiffness, mass, and the value of damping coefficient, which is c. Then you have to calculate the value of omega d or maybe omega n or zeta. So in this way you can calculate this particular numerical. So try such numericals and we will come with the other topics of this particular syllabus. So this is all about your unit number 3. Till unit number 3 we have covered all the topics, and we will definitely come with our next sessions on unit 4, which will be on forced damped vibration, okay, or forced by mechanical vibration. We will deal with that of your curriculum. So stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel. If you are not subscribed this channel, do subscribe and hit the like button so that you may get more update about different branches of engineering curriculum of Rajasthan Technical University, like mechanical, civil, electrical and computer science engineering. Meanwhile, stay tuned with our Engineering College Banswara YouTube channel for more such updates. Thank you so much for your patience. Do come back. Thank you.